Welcome to Empowered to Grow, the podcast. I am your host, Hanan El Basha, the business doctor. Following our conversations with empowered women who woke up one day and consciously claimed, I am more than enough, I am worthy, I am empowered to grow. And along their empowering journey towards realizing their own potential and their quest for growth, they became a beacon of hope and guidance for others. May you also find your inner power to grow. I just wanted to say hi, and it's been a while. I know, and that is something that I've been dealing with in the sense that trying to understand why I haven't been going live enough and trying to understand the reasons that held me back a bit, and I'm processing through them. As some of you know or have been reading and understanding things I'm writing, it's, I know since the world became a challenging place a year and a half ago with the pandemic and everything, we've all been working towards understanding what we're processing, understanding our feelings and our thoughts and everything. And I'm proud that I did well, and yet I also feel kind of it's caught up with me, which made me stop to think. But more importantly, I understand that I've spent a lot of time over this past year, specifically over the past 6 to 9 months, more specifically, really working on my mental health and understanding how it's impacting me, understanding the root cause of my actions and reactions and interactions that I speak about, and understanding how it's blocking me. And thus, I've revealed a lot. I'm working through a lot and I'm processing through a lot. So I'm happy that is happening. But I guess one of the byproducts of it was that I needed to kind of cuddle up on myself a bit to understand myself a bit further before I can come out again. I feel I'm a lot more equipped right now to show up as I had promised you from day one, to be there for you. You know, I was always there, but there's a difference between being there and really just kind of doing a lot of advocacy for women, for empowerment in business, health, wellness, mindset, everything. And in showing up to give you the variety of topics, I'm learning a lot, I'm unlearning a lot, I'm relearning a lot. And I am consciously exposing myself to a lot of knowledge from different people, from different sources, to broaden my horizon. And I love sharing what I'm learning, and I love having more people share the experience with me and share the journey with me. So accordingly, as you know, today I put the poll on the group and I asked what topic you would like to start with. And that was the first topic that a lot of you voted for, which was empowerment of oneself and others. So I want to kind of touch on the topic again. I'm not saying I'm an expert certified empowerment person. I'm just saying I'm sharing my learnings of what I had unveiled to date and how I view empowerment and how I am seeing others around me view empowerment. And just the bottom line, empowerment is not about hating everyone else. It's not about isolating yourself from everyone else. It's not about saying, I don't need anyone. It's about understanding that you have the ability within you to stand by yourself when needed, to pick yourself up when needed, to make things better and make other choices for yourself. Again, as I emphasized before, and I'll always keep emphasizing again, it is not about having 100% choice and control over your life. We would be fooling ourselves to say that that is actually a reality that everyone is working towards, because it doesn't happen that way. We'll be realistic. But what I always say now and what I advocate for is, if we are talking about 5% control and choices, then that's 5% that you can influence in your life. You can impact. You can make a choice. You can make a stand. You can decide on something that is serving you, serving your dream, serving your mission and your passion. giving you the ability to know that you can change your fate around. Now, when I think of being empowered, empowerment for me means that I can stand by myself when needed. It means that I consciously bring my awareness to creating a tribe of people around me. They don't have to be physically around me. They don't have to be blood related. They don't have to be work related. But there are people that now, as again, we have the option of social media, virtual space. We can connect with people from around the world. But these are people that are like-hearted and like-minded. And these are the people that could be there when I need them. So this last week in my life, there were a lot of changes and things that are a bit fundamental. What's the first thing that I did? I had to process through everything that is happening in terms of thoughts, in terms of feelings. And then I reached out to those that are close to my heart to get their insights. Being empowered means that I can listen to others without having the influence that I take what they say and move forth with it. As in, I have the choice to process through what is being input into my space as in my mind, my heart. I take what works for me and know and have the awareness to identify what works for me, what serves me, but from a different perspective, and then move forth with it. Now, from the outside, when you're empowered, people see that, oh my God, you're so confident. Oh my God, you're so courageous. Oh my God, how could you do that? Like literally, you standing tall and saying, I'm going to do this. I can do this. I have the ability to do this and think this. So it's about your thoughts and it's about your actions. And these are really important because empowerment also is related to your thoughts. It's related to how we process through our thoughts. It's how we identify how we have been conditioned and the limitations that have been set on us that most of the time are not true. That we are just under the impression that that is our reality, and then accordingly translating these thoughts or transforming these thoughts and pivoting these thoughts to positive ones that would serve us to fuel our actions that empowers. Okay? So it is a thought and an action process, but it starts here. And it starts with the decision of, I want to feel strong. I want to feel independent. I want to feel positive. Now, how can I turn things around for me? I spent a good portion of my life feeling I had no choice. I spent a good portion of my life being angry, feeling like a victim, feeling like I had no choice, only to realize it was all in my head. I mean, I'm not denying the circumstances and the actions and the people that were around me. I'm just saying that you transition from that slowly. It's a process. It's not an overnight feat. I'm not going to fool you, and no one should. But you do transform and transition from that into turning things around in your head. It starts in your mind. Okay? So with that comes the awareness, with that comes the intention that you transform into your positive thoughts and positive view on matters. I'm not saying deny reality. I'm not saying be detached from reality. But being empowered means looking at something and saying, okay, what can I extract out of this that would serve me? Even the most defying of circumstances. What can I learn from it? I will not kind of negate myself. I'll not say, I'm so dumb, I'm so stupid, I'm so naive, I should have done this, I should have done that, and everything else that comes along with it. Because by default, you're setting yourself up in victim mode again. And as Tony Robbins says, life happens for us, not to us. When we keep thinking that life is happening to us, we are immediately on the receiving end. We're the reactive party. But when we believe that life is happening for us, then we are looking at everything that's happening in our life as an opportunity to extract a lesson, to view it as a learning opportunity, to know how to go farther next time. I might not have achieved what I wanted this time, but now I know some elements of what works and what doesn't work, and I'm going to employ a lot more with it, possibly the smallest of trajectory. Now, if we look, sorry, let me just change something. Okay, so if we look at that as being empowered, if we look at that as being independent, and again, independence does not mean that you need no one in your life. Independence means that you acknowledge that there will be those for you who will stand by you, who will support you when and if needed, and yet I could do this myself and I could move forth if needs be. Okay? So it's not about screw you all, I don't need anyone, and it's not about oh my God, I'm going to be there, the torch for everyone. Because again, that's the thing about being empowered is feeling that now I've got to serve all. No, you've got to serve your circle. And then your circle, your impact and ripple effect kind of increases with you. And that's the part about empowering others. You don't have to do it in a direct way. You don't have to come out and say, I'm empowering everyone I can. Whether you're doing it for a job or you're doing it for your business or you're doing it through a platform, that's great. But know that when you're empowered, when you stand on your own 2 feet, when you know that you can stand for your choices and for the decisions in your life, what you are doing by default is you are lighting a torch for someone else. Even when you don't know, even if you don't know them, even if you're not in touch. Your actions and what you decide, how you decide to lead your life, set the path and set your footprints along the way for others to follow. They're not supposed to follow you all the way. They're not supposed to go down the same path. And yet, sometimes they need the first 2 steps to then take their own diversion and set along. So empowerment of others comes from people viewing what you are doing, people learning from what you are doing, and people reaching out to you to support them along their journey. Okay, so when I first started transforming the way I think, and that led to transforming the way I act. And that led to transforming what I am feeding my brain and my mind and my heart. Me as a person started changing, started leading the way in an unplanned manner. I never thought I could come out and talk about empowerment to others. I knew, like growing up, I was a person you could talk to when you want to feel a bit good about yourself or want to see a different perspective on matters or want someone to kind of a shoulder to cry on. These were inherent competences in me. I just never thought about them because that's the other thing. We need to stop, analyze ourselves, listen to what others are telling us about ourselves. The good things, not the bad things that bring us down, the good things. And utilize those as a platform for us to rise into what our mission, our passion, our purpose could be. And how to actively enlarge that area of our life that could be of service to others. Again, whether you're doing it from a business perspective or whether you're doing it from a feel-good perspective, as long, of course, you reserve part of that for you to feel good about yourself. Okay, and to reserve your energy for you before you distribute it to everyone else. So Once I started doing that, once I started pivoting my life around, pivoting my thoughts around, even the certifications I started seeking, I started pivoting the content and the elements of what I'm learning from them around, I found those around me who were in close proximity and in very far proximity, reaching out and saying, thank you. Reaching out and saying, I enjoy what you do. I'm fascinated by what you do. I would like your guidance on this matter. Whether it's about the podcast, it's about the group, it's about the platform, it's about how do you think positively? How do you turn things around for you? How is it that you can go through the tough things? How did you survive this? And that's the other thing why I keep telling you, don't discount yourself. Stop, audit your life. The things you have been through, the challenges you have been through, the adversities you have overcome. We tend to think they were all simple. Oh yeah, that was easy. Or, oh, I can't remember that. Oh, that's in the past. I'm not telling you to go back and relive the challenging part and the daunting part and the heartbreaking part. I'm telling you to go back and remember the whole thing, so you remind yourself of how strong you are, how empowered you are, and what kind of inherent strength you have within you. Resilience, perseverance, positivity of understanding that you will overcome this too. And giving yourself fuel, the positive fuel, not the negative, I'm reliving my experiences over and over again. This happened to me over and over again. No, just think of, I survived this. I thrived through this. I learned from this. And you take all of this and you package it and believe that you are empowered to move forth with this, in spite of this, despite this. That's a big chunk of what empowerment is for yourself. And that's a big chunk of what empowerment is for others, knowing that you went through that and you're still going, and you're still going strong. Do you have the right to stop, take a break, feel the spectrum of emotions, understand and let yourself go under that weight? Yes. But being empowered means that you pick yourself back up again. You fall 7 times, you get up 8. You think, I can't do this 7 times. Number 8, you say, okay, this is how I'm going to do it. This is who is going to support me through it. This is when I'm going to survive this, or when I can have this goal set up for myself. So instead of using those questions to bring yourself down, to make yourself believe that I have no choice, this is what's happening, these are my limitations, these are my boundaries, these are the people around me, turn it around, empower yourself with the positivity in it, saying, what did I learn from this? How can I move forward? Who can support me? When will I want to reach that next milestone in my life? And more importantly, being empowered, and possibly that's the last thing I'm going to ask, if I'm going to say, unless anyone's here and they have questions. Being empowered is knowing your why. What does your why mean? It means, why do you want to get up in the morning? Why do you believe you were created on this earth? Why do you believe there is something inside of you that is still untapped? There's still potential within you. We all still have potential within us. We were all created for big things. And big things doesn't have to be big businesses and big reach and millions of people. Big things is creating a big impact in your life, whether you're impacting one person or you're impacting 1 million people. Be empowered with the impact. Be empowered with the thought that you want to create a big impact in your life and in others. Because the world needs us. Yes, there are over 7 billion of us. Yes, we're all humans. Yes, we share inherent qualities and characteristics that create us, that make us human. But yes, we are each individually unique. We each individually bring something different to this world. And it's only us that can deliver it. Is there one coach in the world? Of course not. There are millions. Are they all different? Yes. And if you are striving to live your life like a copy of someone else, well, that's disempowering, because you are not doing yourself justice by showing up in the world as unique as you have been created. Do I expect everyone to get a message from me? No. Do I expect everyone to like me? No. I'm recovering from that as a people pleaser of I need everyone to like. No, I understand. I understand and I accept it. And yet I know that being empowered means that I will still show up for those who are positively impacted by me, whether that be one person or be 10,000 or 10 million. I'm unique in that sense. So are you. Thank you for listening to the Empowered to Grow podcast. For further engagement with a tribe of empowered women, join my Facebook group, Empowered to Grow, or visit my website, www.hananelbasha.com. I'll catch you on the next episode. And until then, know that empowered you empowers others. Love, abundance, and prosperity to you all.